It's the big one. This game is massive. This game has a decisive element to it, and it ain't going to be easy. Whichever team wins this game has got to put in an absolutely stellar performance. Please like, please subscribe. Can't wait to read your comments below. If you've got any hypes left this month, this week, please get them into this video. Please share this across your social media platforms. But it's the best two teams so far this season in the league. When I look at the performances, when I look at the quality, Arsenal have been number one, Chelsea have been number two. It's at Stamford Bridge, which gives Chelsea that added advantage. Arsenal, for me, have been this season the best team in Europe so far. When you're reviewing their performances, you look at the goals conceded, the amount of goals scored, no one can deny it. And Chelsea have also been one of the best teams in England and one of the best teams in Europe also, but I think are growing. I think are moving on to that next level. And I've seen a percentage of Arsenal fans and I've seen a percentage of Chelsea fans kind of play the other one down like they're not so dangerous, like the game isn't going to be that hard, like it's going to be a cakewalk. I can't imagine a cakewalk happening. I can't imagine a 3-0 Chelsea. I can't imagine a 3-0 Arsenal. I can't imagine anything other than what is going to... It may not be the most beautiful football match in the world. There is the potential for this to be quite cagey. There is the potential for this to be a game where there's a lack of chances, and I'm not against it. The best era of the Premier League between kind of 04 and 2013, that period, there were so many cagey, close, difficult, hard games for the likes of Man United, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea. When these teams are all in that top four, when these teams were brilliant sides in Europe, by and large in that period, there was a drop-off from certain teams, and we know that, but I'm talking in generals here. They weren't always these open, free-flowing games. That could happen, because those games happen in that period too. But I'm excited about this one. I'm so excited because I think from a Chelsea perspective, and I want to start with Chelsea, I feel that if they're able to win this, I feel that if Chelsea are able to put in a good performance and win the game, they're going to be there or thereabouts until the end of the season. They may not sit in the first spot at any point this season. They may not be the favourites in anybody's eyes, but they are a growing concern for everybody else. From an Arsenal point of view and perspective, you win this game and it's 7, 9, and at the very least 11 points difference between you and the three teams that anybody at the start of the season thought were conceivably able to win the league. Chelsea, City, and Liverpool respectively. To have that type of advantage over the next three favourites, 13 games in, a lot of difficult away games. What if they're to win? It's likely they're going to win more of a 1-0, a 2-1, a 2-0 than it is like a 5-4. And the reason I say that is because their defensive record is still going to read amazing. They're tracking towards conceding less than 20 goals. Their goal scoring record is on course to match or surpass their most amount of goals ever scored in the Premier League season. So they're able to do that, having gone away to Man United, which is always hard for Arsenal, away to Liverpool, away to Chelsea, away to Newcastle, played City at home already, played Tottenham already. That is really good going. There is no doubt about it. But enough of the foreplay. How is the game going to go? For me, I want to start by saying something that I think is really important. I am predicting a winner, but I'm not disrespecting the opponent. Some of you will do that online. Some of you will do it in the comment section. That's up to you. This is not going to be easy for either side. Can Chelsea win this game? Yes. Do they have the manager that's capable of winning it? Yes. Do they have the players and the squad capable of winning it? Yes. Do they have the moments players? God, yes. Palmer back in the squad. Esteval. As examples, even Garnacho, and some go, oh, Garnacho, that man's got moments in him. Done it before, could do it again. They've got one of the best midfield units in Europe with Caicedo, with Enzo. Palmer coming back into it. One of the best. Fullbacks, whether Reece James steps into the middle or Reece James starts at right back, brilliant. Cucurella, most say the best left back in the world. If he isn't the best in the world, he's in the top 2. I don't think it's undeniable. Chelsea can win this game. I'm not playing them down. I don't think it's impossible. But I think Arsenal win. And I'm going with a 2-1 victory. I actually think the winner is going to be late in the game as well. I don't think Chelsea losing derails their season. I don't think Chelsea losing undoes their progression. I don't think Chelsea losing is an embarrassment. I just don't see Arsenal losing it. All week I was thinking draw. In the last 24 hours, my mind has just gone late Arsenal win. And it's just a hunch. Now, you may see it differently. You may see it the same. You may see it the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And I can't wait to read what you think about it. But the one thing I want to reiterate, the one thing I want to say with vim, with chest, and look directly into the camera when I say this to you. If Arsenal are to win 2-1, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be one of those games where there's going to be some bitterness, there's going to be some frustration, there's going to be some anger. But there's going to be some respect. In the latter stages of the careers of Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. Now, some people put this down to Arsenal in the last 4 or 5 years of Fergie's reign. That's actually an exaggeration. 3 or 4 years of his reign. They were no longer a threat. They weren't really, they weren't sustained in the title races. United were a much better team. We'd battered them a few times. We were still winning Premier Leagues. They were nowhere near it. So people felt that Fergie no longer saw them as a threat. So he started to praise Arsenal and praise Arsene Wenger. I've always felt that was a backhanded compliment and a dig at Arsenal, but not the truth. So yes, it's funny as a one-off comment, but in reality, I think Sir Alex Ferguson, through those challenges, fights and arguments, with age and with maturity came a respect for an adversary. And I have the feeling that this game is going to create that kind of respect. You may not see that respect in the first instance. You may not see that respect straight after the game from fans, from the managers, from the players. But I believe that Chelsea are going to become a side in the next 2 to 3 years that push Arsenal every step of the way in every tournament. I think Arsenal have got the ability now to become a team that's winning major trophies over the next 3 or 4 years. But I think Chelsea are going to be there with them. And you may not see the respect of the back end of this. You might not see it for 5 years. You might not see it for 10 years. But I think this is going to be one of those games. I think this may be one of those games which is going to help give the new generation something that my generation benefited from, a real rivalry. Not a City-Paul friendship where everybody gets on, but at times a putrid, at times a toxic clash, but one that over the course of time, just like a boxing match, you can see many bouts where the fighters don't like each other, the build-up's horrible, but after the fight there's a hug, a kiss, and a show of respect to say, do you know what? Fair play to you. And I have a feeling this game is going to generate something like that. I am going out there. I'm not sitting on the fence. I think it's very easy to predict a draw. Some might think it's going to be a draw. I think it's very easy to predict a draw in this, though. But I am going to go over narrow, a very narrow Arsenal win at 2-1. I want to get your views. I want to get your opinions on that in that comment section below. Until next time, my people, take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Peace!